Hey folks, it's Matt again with another Critter Clash match. We've got Kiki versus Marco on Pier. Now this is a map that I did not expect to see. Oh wait, actually. This is a different map than the one I had in mind. I was thinking of Harbor. Pier is actually quite a nice map. But heading into it, I believe it's actually Boardwalk, the 1v1 map, but reshuffled somewhat. And here we have Mr. Muskox, the Dachnak gamer, spawning in the top left here, and Kiki rocking his signature orange in the bottom right. And if we have a wee look at this map, there's a strong mid-expo, the usual culprits at either side, and a little natural expansion just to up your income. Some nice geysers hiding on these islands, and one either side here as well. As you can see, the bases are not far away from each other. Plenty of room to hide some sneaky little chambers just beside your opponent's base. Unscouted, that can cause some significant damage. Marco falling a little behind on his hench production there. Kiki following thusly. A slight lead on Kiki's side of the field, I think. But that's okay. These sort of things can happen. Kiki already looking for his early expansion, a kind of signature playstyle of him. He tends to go for the heavy economy. I mean, you can kind of metagame it. You know who's inclined to rush and who's inclined to go for a sort of later timing attack sort of ordeal. Marco throwing down his chamber just now, heading for 2. Kiki not looking for 2 just yet. There's his workshop going down, but he's got 4 rods. I can't imagine he'll fall too far behind. And 3 henchmen heading up to the island before promptly realizing that there's nothing there for them except this generator. And there's one over here anyway. Now Marco looking to the east side, and look how close by that will be to Kiki's base. Kiki 75% of the way to 2, and looking for the mid already. The streaky bacon's coming out. Warthog tarantulas. Pretty standard unit. Pretty average all across the board. Decent bulk, decent speed, decent damage, and the Camibra standout unit just fast enough, chunky enough, and damaging enough to make that price point worth it, especially with the regen, giving you some extra value. Water chamber going down for Kiki, producing some BIGs. Wonder what that stands for. But that is a walking turtle. Very chunky unit with the regen as well, very efficient. Can tank a lot of punishment, but here we go. The small attack force from Marco coming in and might actually get some significant damage done. There's the walking turtles peeling back. I wonder if he'll be able to pick up a henchman. Oh, the awkward focus, but there we go. The streaky bacon's chewing through a henchman or 2 there. Nice damage thrown down, but Kiki getting nice and set up in the mid here. Advanced structures from Dachnak, Mr. Muskox, and actually able to pick off an additional henchman in the corner here. Very nice stuff from Marco, but it's going to be so hard for these units to take out these walking turtles. They definitely don't do a lot of damage, but they take so long to kill, and especially with this range unit fighting in melee, he is going to suffer. And no regen on these warthogs means that this damage is permanent. And Kiki's quite happy to let these guys sink into the yellow health. As you can see, it is slowly climbing right back up. Weeble. I like that name. Marco continuing to produce his level 2s. I can't imagine Kiki's not thinking of 3 very shortly. He has a very strong economy, and there it is just starting. Generator here, and generator just starting over here. Makes sense, just pushing back the front there. Marco also starting his generator over here. I'm not sure he even knows about this one on the North Island. But continuing the assault, and this amount of units is definitely enough to take out these walking turtles, especially since they're still a little bit bruised. Gonna delay Kiki's expansion over here a little, but again, he is just fully established in mid. But I like this from Marco, the multi-pronged attack. So many sound beams at home, so difficult to sort of break this sort of defense without a few artillery units. At level 2, nothing can really outrange a sound beam with direct range, and just there we go. Marco taking the west base as well. I'm really happy to see it. Skipping out on his natural, but that's okay. Keeping the pressure up. Actually taking out Kiki's eastern natural expansion there, but mid remaining untouched, and the electricity income is still golden. Kiki's generator might just get taken out here, but it looks like Marco's going to try and assault the front, and that's not what you want to see. It's just tanking 2 to 3 sound beam towers. That is an inefficient trade that can get repaired right back up. And here we see the bull lobsters. What a tank! Definitely going to outmatch these level 2s, and the archerfish bombardiers coming back out. Saw a few of those earlier on in the tournament. Very strong on maps like this, especially since you can attack the mining land from relative safety in the water, and they are basically free, having to get the speed upgrade so they're not completely worthless. There we go. An artillery unit of Marcus come out. This is the right way to respond, just looking at the swathes of units dying. But again, it doesn't matter how many of them die, as long as more continue to come out. And the level 3 not quite done from Marco's side yet. Oh, and these bull lobsters are just going to be able to take so much. They are level 2 eating machines, probably taking significantly more friendly fire than enemy fire right now. Just continuing to pump up the fish. Assaulting this western base as well. No, not quite able to shoot to that range, but continuing the harassment. Marco, what have you got here? You've got the Cloghopper. That is an adorable unit. I really like it. A great stat line at a decent price point as well. He's got more artillery units at home. The bows, look at them wiggle around. But just, I mean, the biomass here, I mean, like, he's just still making them, and he's probably on his way to 4 given how cheap these are. And I mean, it just might be too late for Marco. I mean, there's so many. Kiki's economy is so strong. Is this broken? Is this actually broken? Is that what's going on here? Are we gonna have to start just banning all water maps against Kiki? I don't know, but he's certainly making it work for himself, and there's the beefier artillery units. They should be able to shoot down large swathes. The henchmen kiting back, but mining time lost from Marco's side of the field, not doing him any favors, and these are just so squishy. There's so much focus fire, able to take out a few, but again, 13 coal apiece, not too unhappy about losing a few of those, even taking a few out with the friendly fire there. And the level 4 out now. Anything coming out from the chambers? The beefs. Let's see. I want to find out what this unit is. We didn't quite get to see it the last time. Show me. That is a gazelle humpback, and you know what? Living up to his name, he is chunky. He has the stats. Really fast as well for a unit of its size. Just going for a little look around, checking out every corner of the map. What a pretty model. Well done, William. And plenty of beef coming out. Again, his economy was absolutely untouched by making all these units. I mean, not untouched, he certainly did make quite a few of them, but the value he was able to obtain, the beef coming into the expansion and picking off these henchmen that these fish are unable to reach. And yeah, just going to assault the front now. Sonar Pulse just scouting out anything that Marco could be doing. The archerfish just trying to fight back. Probably several kills under each of their belts here. But there's the level 5 from Kiki. Let's see what he is packing, or even if he'll bother, because it looks like this one's pretty much a done deal. Poisoned beef. That's a shame. Not a whole lot transpiring, more henchmen getting produced, finally restaffing these sideways expansions here, and Marco finally hitting level 4. He has built up quite a mass of these fish, but the beeves are just lying in wait, waiting for their time to shine. Here we go, Bruce is coming out. I love you, Bruce. I hope. And there we go, that is the Shark Lioness. That is a lot of damage, especially when the Frenzy is activated. They're just one-shotting these fish. 31 DPS versus 22 HP. Yep, just slowly making his way through them all, but Kiki's base, he is level 5. There's just not a whole lot Marco can do. Finally taking out the assault at his lab and able to start mining again. I don't know where his henchman is rallied to. Oh, it looks like it's at this dead expansion. Oh no, that's not good at all. Needs to set that rally back at his home base, get the actual safe expansion back up and mining. The beeves coming in to take out the horses, actually losing one. Maybe that will be the only casualty, and these are more archers, but they're much bigger. 37 range. These should be able to hit the lab over here, and they are certainly damaging and definitely cheap for what they are offering. Just so much beef on that, and Marco repairing his lab up, but he's pretty much out of the game. I don't know how much he can catch up, especially no electricity coming in even from here. No rods left. Is this sole generator in the north, geothermal, stay renewable, powering his entire force just now. But these guys can take such a beating. They are just meleeing the melee units to death. They should be able to do that with a relative ease. A few sound beams walling off the southern side, but again, feels like Kiki could just end this game at any point. I'm gonna start the fast forward, seeing if the action actually takes place. There's some beefs coming, attacking the generator, but actually turning on the water chamber. And Marco trying to get this generator set back up, but that's a lot of fish and a lot of water. Base of Marco still in pieces. This is a shame. But yeah, all the infrastructure of Marco just getting beaten down again and again and again. Still mining over here and starting over here as well, but there comes the assault on the lab, and I don't know how long you can keep up. The repairmen falling one by one to the splash damage. This Bruce able to just dodge. He's in the matrix. He can't be caught. He can't be attacked. He lost 1 HP. How has he lost 1 HP? Oh, he's got immunity. He's just taken a shot from these bad boys. But the lab defense coming out. What are you defending? There's nothing left. And there's the beeves going on to take up that generator. Marco's still fighting. You've got to respect it. The chamber going down. Let's see what he will produce. He doesn't have a water chamber left up. His lab is almost down. More fish coming out, and Streaky Bacon standing proud at the side over here. You know what? Spanko trying to boost his end of game combat score, I think, and I think that is a perfectly valid thing to do. If only that mattered in the context of the pools. I'm gonna fast forward once again. As we can see, the game is basically over, and has been for some time, but I really do respect Marco for sticking it out, never giving up. Good night, Spankos. You did your best. Lab temperature rising. It's only a matter of time. It's producing some bows over here. Maybe they can return some of the fire onto this horde of fish assailing his lab. There's the beefs coming in. They are going to tank so much friendly fire, but the lab defense has fallen, and so has the lab. There is Kiki taking it in dominant fashion over Marco. Possibly expected, but a valiant effort put in from both sides. Now, if you enjoyed that game, please consider subscribing to the channel and joining the Discord and donating to the Tellurian Patreon, because times are tough and Will is still making impossible creatures models. Love you guys, good night, cheerio.